All right, we're gonna kick this thing off. I'm gonna start with arithmetic, and then under arithmetic we're gonna deal with addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. All these operations about whole numbers, right? In case you don't know what whole numbers are, it includes zero. Sorry, it includes 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and continue to infinity, right? These are whole numbers, right? The negative numbers are not included. You just start from 0, continue going to infinity, right? So we're gonna deal with these four operations of whole numbers. Then after that, after dealing with whole numbers, then we're gonna go to fractions, right? Then under fractions, we're also gonna deal with those 4 operations: addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. And then after fraction, we'll go to decimals. Again, under decimals, we deal with those 4 operations, right? And then after that, we'll go to percentage. Percentage is nothing, what they call percent. It's nothing more than, it's a fraction. But when we get there, I will explain all that to you. So for now, we'll start with addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division of whole numbers, right? Like I said, these are whole numbers here. And then what I want to do before I will start is to explain to you what they call base 10 number system. That's what is being used in the Western world. I think the entire world uses base 10 number system, right? Okay, in base 10 number system, the numbers are grouped in threes, right? There are groups of 3 numbers separated by commas. So the best way to explain this is to start with an example. Let's say I write any number. Let's say I write 6, 8. It doesn't really matter, any number. 4, 3, 1. Actually, to be, let's change that to 5, 6. I want to use different numbers, so when I say something that way, I don't confuse you. So let's do it this way. 3, 7, let's say 9. All right, now you have to separate these by tradition. You separate these. This is 684,379. So in base 10 system, you separate each three groups of numbers, but separate them by comma, right? So if you put another comma here, then you need about 3 other numbers. Like you can have 4, 2, say 4, right? That this becomes these are millions, right? These are in thousands, and these are ones, tens, hundreds, right? This is important. You'll see in a minute. It's important for me to cover this. And then these are in thousands, right? These are thousands. And then these 3 are millions, right? Okay. And then if you put another 3, let's say 5, 8, 2, right? These will be in trillions. No, I'm sorry, billions. It will be in billions, not trillions. These are billions, right? But we're not gonna go that far. So, but do understand that these ones, tens, and hundreds is repeated here. Even though these are thousands, right? The ones are repeated here: ones, tens, and then hundreds, right? The units are repeated because these are considered as units. You know, units. The units are ones, tens, and hundreds, right? So it's repeated. They are repeated everywhere. If you come in here, it's repeated again. You have ones, tens. You will understand as we continue. I'm sorry, this is tens, and this one's over here, hundreds, right? Okay. So sorry about my scribble, but you will understand as we go, right? Let me write a number. That way you understand, you know, why I have to start with this. I write a number. I'll show you something. Let me clean that up. Okay. So let me write a number here. Then I'll ask you a question. You can try to answer it for yourself. See. Okay. Now think about this number. Let's do 3, 6, 5, 4, and 8, right? You separate this by comma. This the number. This is any random number put together, right? How do you say that number? 36,548, right? Now, if somebody will ask you, what is this 8 here? The 8 right there by the base 10 number system, the 8 are just 8 ones. There are 8 ones, right? There are 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 8 times, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's what that 8 stands for, right? Now, suppose somebody asks you, what is the value of this 4 in this number listed that? What is the value of 4? 4 stands for 4 tens, right? 4 tens, which means it's 40. We'll call it 40, but it's actually 10, 10, 10, 10, 4 times. You see that? That's where you get 40 from. Okay. So let's keep going. What I'm doing will make sense to you later on. Let's clear this up quick. Now, what does in that number? So if somebody will ask you, what does 5 stand for in this number? What is the value of 5? Right, in this number written down there, you will say it's 5 hundreds. It's 5 hundreds, right? 5 hundreds, which means it's 100, 100, 100, 5 times. That's what that number stands for. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So we basically will write it as 500, right? But you see, if you read from here, it's 548. You understand, right? So that's what is going on here. Then when you move to the next 2 numbers, usually there's 0 here, but we don't put it, right? There's 0 here because if you put comma, then you get another 3. But we usually don't put that 0 in the front because it's understood to be there. I hope I'm not making your head to spin. The 0 is understood to be there. So if somebody will ask you, what is 6? What does that 6 represent in that number? You will say it represents 6 thousands, right? 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, 6 times. What does 3 represent? It represents 30,000, right? So it's 1,000, 1,000, 30 times. Anyway, that's why the whole number is 36,548. I hope that is clear. And then we're gonna use it now when we go to addition. So let's go on to addition. We're gonna start with addition right here. Okay. Okay, addition. When you add 2 numbers, what do you do? What are you doing when you add 2 numbers? Supposing I write this 24 plus 36, right? If I write 24 plus 36, when you add it together, you know it's equals to 60, right? You add 4 to 10. I'm sorry, 4 to 6, and then you add 3 to that, right? Because again, that's what I explained before, the position of the numbers in the base 10 number system. You have to go by their position. So this is what I call vertical, this is a horizontal representation of addition, right? First of all, addition is represented by that plus sign. It looks like a cross, but that's the symbol of addition, right? So to add these two numbers, to make it easier for people to understand, right? We usually write it in a vertical form. We write it like this: 24, and then below it we'll write 36, and then we'll put plus sign there, and then we'll draw a horizontal line. So this vertical, this vertical representation is usually the best way. It's the best way for people to understand what is going on, because when you write it like this, then you tend to put the value, each digit gets into a specific position it's supposed to be, right? To understand this, let's say you're adding 3, 4, 7, 9, right? And you're adding it to 33, right? Of course you can use a calculator and do this, but that's not what we're doing. We're trying to teach. These are for kids and people that didn't go to school. That way they understand what we're talking about. Now, to add these two numbers, the best way to do it is to, like I said, this is what I call horizontal representation of the number, right? So the best way to do is do it vertical representation of the number. So you write it like this: 3, 4, 7, 9, right? Now don't forget what I told you before. 9 represents 9 ones, 7 represents 7 tens, 4 represents 400, right? 3 represents 3 thousands. So now, where do you put 33? You don't put 33 here, because if you put it here, then you're making a mistake. You get a wrong answer. 33 doesn't. You see, when you put it here, you put it on under 1,000 and under 100, which is wrong. So let me clear that off. So the 33. If you understand what I just told you earlier today, 33 should go here, because the first 3 right here represent 3 ones. The second 3 here represent 3 tens, and 3 tens should go under 7, because 7 is 7 tens. Then the 3 I circled with black mark is 3 ones, so it must go over 9 ones, right? So that's how you do that. That way you don't get confused. And then you draw a horizontal line like that, and you put the addition sign here, and then you start adding. All right. Now let me explain some terminology. When you add two numbers, right, or even 3 numbers, the numbers you add in, these numbers here, 24 and 36, they're called addends. That's what mathematicians call them, addends, right? They're called addends. You don't really have to know that, but I have to explain it to you. And then after you do the process of addition, the result, which is 60 here, is called sum. The result is called the sum. The result of the addition is called sum. So you add the addends, and then you get the sum. So another way to write this problem, add 24 to 36, is to say find the sum of 24 and 36. You see, that's another way to write it so you don't get confused. If somebody would say find the sum of 24 and 36, then you know what they want is 24 added to 36. Okay, so we need to understand these terminologies, you see, what they mean, you know. But anyway, don't worry about that. Let's keep going. I should have written some problems down, but you know, there's no need to write. When we get to higher math, I will write the problem down before I come, I come to it. That way I don't waste too much time, you know. But anyway, I can make up problems now. Oh, let me say one more thing about addition. You see, 24 plus 36, right? We say it's equals to 60, right? So it doesn't matter how we write the which one is here and which one is on the right. We can also write it like this: 36 plus 24. Yeah, they say you will get the same result, 60. So that means, I'm sorry, mathematicians call this they said that addition is commutative. Addition is commutative. That's what that means. So it doesn't matter which one you write first. If you write 36 plus 24, you get 60. If you write 24 plus 36, you get 60. So addition is commutative, so you can move things around. That's all that says. You cannot do that with other operations. When we get there, I will explain that to you. You know, so addition is commutative. You can put things. You can say 24 plus 36, you get 60, or you can say 36 plus 24, you get 60. That's what that means. You know, it doesn't matter where you put which one you put first, you end up with the same result. Alright, I hope that's clear. But anyway, so let's continue with solving problems, okay? Alright, so let me give you a problem. Say find the sum of 3, 6, 1, 7, 4 and 3, 4, 2, 1. Okay, this is our problem. Now notice something though. I could have written that like this: 3, 6, 1, 7, 4 plus 3, 4, 2, 1. Right? Now notice something. Notice what's here and. In mathematics, and stand for plus, but we'll get into that later. After we finish fractions and decimals, we're gonna get into other stuff like we're gonna get into word problems, you know. So when I get there, I will mention this to you, you know, and the other terminologies, you see. So, but anyway, let's solve this problem here. 36,174 added to 3,421. So as I said before, you line it up vertically. So you start with 36,174, and then you line the other number up. You line it up. See, there are 4 numbers in that number, so you write it like this: 3, 4, 2, 1, and then you put your plus sign, and then you draw a horizontal line like that. So you see what I just did? Because 1, goes with 4, 2 lines up with 7, 4 lines up with 1, 3 lines up with 6. By now you know what I'm doing. You see, 3 in the second number, 3 in this number here. 3 represent 3,000. 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, 3 times. 6 represent 6 in this number here represent 6,000, 1,000, 6 times. So that's why you line it up. When you line it up, you have to line it up like that. Every number line up by their position, their positional value in the base 10 number system. All right. So let me clean that and make it a little bit clearer for you. Sorry about that. We said 3, 6. Yeah, I mean, you don't have to put the comma when you're lining it up. 1, 7, 4, right? And then you put the other number below, line it up exactly like I demonstrated, and then you put the plus sign here, and then you draw a horizontal line like that, and then you start adding. Now 4 added to 1 is 5. 7 added to 2 is 9. 1 added to 4 is 5. 6 added to 3 is 9. And then see, like I said, there's a 0 here, but we normally don't write it. And then you bring the 3. 3 added to 0 is 3. So that's the solution right there. All right. So we'll continue. Let me see. I didn't write anything down. It's okay. I can make up a number. When we get to higher mathematics, like I told you earlier, I have to, do a different. I have to use a different strategy. I'll write in a lot of problems down, then I'll start solving them. I will read them out to you, then I'll start solving them. Now let's add these two numbers. 8, 9, 4 added to 19. Okay. So we'll continue. We'll just line things up. 8, 9, 4. And then we'll put right there 1 and 9. See? And then we'll put our sign here, and then we'll go like that. See? So 9 goes with 4 because 9, just 9 ones, 4 ones. Then 1 goes with 9, goes under 9, because I'm talking about this 9 here. Because 1 there is 110. 9 is up there is 910. Right? So you line it up like that. Don't make mistake and try to line it up the way it is. No, you gotta pay attention. So once you line it up like that, then everything comes into play. See, you're not gonna make any mistake. So 4 added to 9 is 13, right? So we're not gonna write 13 right here in that block. This is where you have what is called carryover. Carryover. Okay, this is another terminology for you. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and write we'll write the 3 here, and then we'll carry 1, put that 1 here. Again, it's the positional system of the base 10 number system helps you to visualize this. You have to write 3 because you have 13. We got 13. 13 is 110 and 3 ones. So you write the 3 ones under ones, and then you carry the 10 over. We're carrying the 10 over, but it's a 1 in that in the each position, right? So we'll put the 1 up there, and then we'll say 9 plus 1 is 10 plus the other 1 is 11. We'll do the same thing. We'll write 1 here, and then we'll carry 1 over. You see, because what we got there is 11, and then because there's 0 here, we usually don't write it. 8 added to 0 is 8 plus 1 is 9. So that's the solution right there. 913. Alright. Alright, let's continue. sorry. Let's change the color. We don't want to start with red. Yeah, give me a break because I just this is a new system to me. So let's do, say, find the sum of 4, 6, 1, and I'm sorry, you don't want to do it like that. Where? Find the sum of 3, 6, 1, 4, and 4, 7, 8. Okay, so we'll continue. We'll line them up. Yeah, we'll line them up. We'll line the numbers up like this: 3, 6, 1, 4 plus 4, 7, 8, like that. Okay, so then we'll start from the right hand side and work our way that direction. Okay, that's the direction we're going. We'll start from ones, we'll start from ones and then go to 10 and then go to hundreds and then go to whatever we'll have 1 billion. We'll keep going from left. I'm sorry, we'll keep going from right to left. Okay, all right, so 4 added to 8 is 12. We'll write 2 and carry 1, put the little 1 right there. 7 added to 1, 8, plus the other 1 on top is 9. We'll write it down. 6 added to 4 is 10, so we'll write 0 and carry 1 over. Put that 1 up there. All right, then 3, your 0 here, we usually don't write. 3 plus 0 is 3 plus 1 is 4. Right there. That's our solution. This is what we're looking for right there. All right, okay, so we'll keep going. Let's do more problems. All right, let's add 99,276 to 112, right? What do? You line it up. You start by lining things up. Don't try to solve it from your head. Line it up. I mean, if you're in the exam, they're not going to let you use calculator. You have to line things up. If you don't line it up, then you make mistake. So first we'll start writing the big number. We can start with the small number, but by tradition we'll write the big number like that: 99276. I mean, if we write the small number on top, it's not going to make any difference, like I told you, because addition is what? Commutative. All right, so then we'll put the small number like that: 112. We'll put the addition sign like that, and then that's it. We'll try to solve the problem. 6 added to 2 is 8. 7 added to 1 is 8. 2 added to 1 is 3. And like I said, there's 0 here, but we usually don't write it. So we'll bring the 9 down, bring the other 9 down. Again, you see what we're doing? We're going in that direction. We'll start from the right, we'll work our way to the left. You see, we're going from right to left. Okay, so let's find another problem to solve. Okay, I try to be funny here. Let's say you have 223 cards. You want to add it to 12 cards. So I introduce a unit and what they call what scientists call the units of addition, right? I mean, this could have been dollars. You could add dollars, right? But this time we're not adding dollars, we're adding cats. We're adding cats. you got 200, you got 223 cards, and you adding it to 12 cards. How do you proceed? You do the same thing we've been doing. You line it up. You line up 223 cards, and then you put the other 12 cards below like that. Cards, you put your sign, and then you draw the horizontal line, and then you start adding them up. So you got 5 cards, 3 added to 2, 5, 2 added to 1, 3, and then you bring, let's say 0 here, but we don't worry about that. We bring the 2 down right there. It will be 235 cards. You know, you're not gonna see, this is the answer right there. You're not gonna say 235 goats. No, you're looking for cats. You know, if you write that, then the answer is wrong, even though you got the numbers right. So the unit you're adding are cats, not goats. You understand? So this one is wrong. Just cats. Cats is what you're adding. You're not adding goats. Okay, let's do another problem. Let's say I ask you to find find the sum of 57 pencils and 22 pencils. Right now we're adding pencils. What do? Again, you line it up like we did in the past. You line it up like you say 57 pencils. That way you don't get confused. Added to 22 pencils. So you're dealing with pencils, right? You draw your horizontal line. So you start adding the ones. 7 added to 2 is 9, right? Now you're dealing with pencils, you're not dealing with ghosts or cats. And then 5 added to 2 is 7, right? So that's your answer right there. That's your answer right there. Okay. You know, if you write down 7 and 9 pencils, you get it right. But let's say you write 79 pens, then that's the wrong answer, man, because we're not adding pens, we're adding pencils. Pencils are not the same thing as pens, right? You know, so let's continue. Okay, let's do this problem. Find the sum of 9,431 and 90. What do? We'll line it up. You start by lining it up. You write down 9431 plus 90. By now you know what to do. See, you line up 9 and 0 with 3 and 1, because those are the units they belong to. You don't add them you don't put them down where they don't belong to. And then you start doing the process of addition. 1 added to 0 is 1. 3 added to 9 is 12, right? So you write 2, you carry 1, right? 4 added to 1 is 5, and then you bring down 9. Notice that these places are placeholders, they hold zeros, but we usually don't write the zeros. So this is the solution you're looking for.